This is what most Americans innocently put into their bodies these days, and most alarmingly, into the bodies of their children. And it's no coincidence that Americans die earlier than Canadians or Germans or Italians or Japanese or Koreans or Australians or most any other comparable country. And it wasn't always that way. Until the early 1990s, our life expectancy was the same or better than other developed countries. Then suddenly, more and more Americans began suffering from chronic diseases, from obesity, cancer, diabetes, kidney disease, Alzheimer's, heart disease, and all kinds of autoimmune diseases. Our maternal mortality rate soared to the highest of any developed country on earth. Same with infant mortality. Like the frog in the slowly boiling water, we didn't really notice as we got sicker and sicker. We've grown now to accept chronic disease conditions as normal. But now, in 2024, we're finally waking up to this cataclysm, and we're asking ourselves, how in the world did this happen? A big part of it is our diet. Restaurants that serve contaminated food are fined or shut down. But when it's the government that approves the poisons in our food, a few people get very, very rich, and the toxins end up in every supermarket aisle. Let me show you what I mean. Doritos, Cheez-Its, Cap'n Crunch, gummy bears. Everyone knows that these are junk foods, so maybe you wouldn't be too surprised to see that the ingredients include a lot of poisons, including a harmful yellow dye called tartrazine, or yellow dye number 5. What you may not know is that this dye was originally made out of the sludge that's left over when you turn coal into coke for blast furnaces. It's called coal tar, and I've actually sued many big industries for the legacy contamination of coal tar all around the country because it's so toxic and it's so harmful to the environment and human beings. A century ago, it was just an obnoxious industrial byproduct that everybody was trying to figure out ways to get rid of. One of the ways that they did that was by paving roads. But then a British chemist figured out that the coal tar could be used to derive fabric dye. And if fabric dye, why not food? Food manufacturers began using it to cover up the discoloration of low-quality foods that they wanted to pass off on unsuspecting customers. They didn't know back then that this yellow dye, tartrazine, causes tumors, asthma, developmental delays, neurological damage, ADD, ADHD, hormone disruption, gene damage, anxiety, depression, intestinal injuries. Well, we know it now. We've known this for decades. That's why tartrazine is heavily restricted in other countries. In some countries, foods with tartrazine have a warning label that it may cause ADHD in children. Today, it's made from petroleum.
I have ADHD.
Coal tar. Either way, it's crazy to add this to your kids' favorite foods. It doesn't even change the flavor. This yellow dye isn't just in junk food. It's in the foods that we consider healthy. It's in everyday kids' snacks like popcorn, mac and cheese, fruit snacks. It's in sports drinks like Gatorade and so-called vitamin water. It's even added to chicken broth, to corn, to pickles, to mustard, and to yogurt. And so, of course, our kids get sick. And we lovingly feed them chewable vitamins which have, surprise, tartrazine. And so the cycle continues until the coughs and asthma kick in, at which point you go to pick up some cough syrup. And yeah, you guessed it, tartrazine. I've been picking on tartrazine today, but that's just one of at least 100 chemical poisons that our health agencies allow into our children's food. I can make a video just like this to talk about Red 40, BHA, BHD, potassium bromate, chemical after chemical, and on and on and on. If just one of them can cause all of these problems, imagine what they're doing in combination. That's never been studied. If we took all of these chemicals out, our nation would get healthier immediately. We'd have fewer sick days. We'd have better focus. We'd have less anxiety. Our kids would learn more easily. We'd lose weight. We'd have more energy. We'd have fewer tumors and longer lives. It's not all dark. Over the past 16 years, the government has banned 8 chemical additives that cause cancer, genetic damage, asthma, and many of the other health conditions as tartrazine does. And you know what's interesting? All 8 of those crucial steps forward in our kids' health were taken under President Trump. But the Democrats who claim to be all about health care have stood by watching other countries ban these poisons and make our kids sick, asthmatic, hyperactive, and depressed. They left them on every supermarket shelf in America. They even used your tax money to put them in your kids' school lunch. So their big food and their big ag donors probably gave them all that golden handshake and the big money hug. And their big pharma donors probably called them up and thanked them also, because now they're going to make billions selling Adderall, Prozac, and rescue inhalers.
Oh my God.
Enough is enough. President Trump and I are going to stop the mass poisoning of American children. Together, we're going to make America healthy again.
He was dead serious about making it healthy again. What in the hell? RFK Jr. was not playing about making America healthy again. Listen, Trump hasn't even walked his orange self in the White House. And I say orange because we got some liberal viewers, because they just can't refer to him as anything other than just being an orange man. So for right now, we're going to call him President-elect Orange. You know, he hasn't even walked into the White House. You know, you liberals, you got to admit, things are already looking a lot better. It's looking a lot better. And shout out to the liberals, man, because they haven't been burning cities. Now, they did protest in Chicago, but they got the right to protest. It's America. You got the right to protest as long as it's peaceful and patriotically. They got the right to protest. So, yeah, I mean, I approve of liberals being able to protest their right to disagree with the election, but I don't approve of the election deniers. There's a lot of election deniers that's out there, and you know that's danger. That's a danger to our republic. But to the video, RFK Jr., he really exposed something that is very powerful, and it really excites me more than anything about this upcoming administration, that we have people that are speaking to the American people and actually exposing the parts of the government while being in the government. Now, if that doesn't excite you, I don't know what is. We typically see on new administrations, government officials, they try to reassure us that the offices of government are fine as they are, and it's just a lot of bad propaganda that talk about them. Well, we already see in this administration that's saying, no, these offices that we have elected are corrupt and they need some cleansing. And that really excites me, because if that doesn't speak change, I don't know what is. We have people that are joining the system that are saying the system is a problem. When Democrats are there, they'll claim there's nothing wrong with the system. It's wrong, something wrong with the people. Pay attention. This upcoming administration is saying there's something wrong with the system. And Democrats may say, no, they don't say nothing wrong with the people. Yes, they do. Not your people. They say something's wrong with conservatives. They blame it on conservatives. They blame it on racism. They blame it on white supremacy. They blame it on brainwashed black people. But this new administration that's coming in, it's evident that it is blaming the problems of America on the systems, not the people. That's admirable, and I think that deserves everyone to take a seat and listen. Give these guys a chance. They deserve one. They've been put through hell, and I'm excited to see it. We need more restrictions on the FDA. We need more restrictions on pharmaceutical companies. We just need more eyes on these companies to make sure the right is being done. The fact there are substances that's added into our foods that can give us ADHD. I have ADHD. Who knows where it could have came from? That's very intimidating. We need a lot of cleansing. I'm so excited to see this new energy. If you check my last video, posted two before this one, it's speaking about how Trump's lawyer told AG Lita James, that they will put her fat ass in prison if she continues to go after Trump. Man, that energy that this administration has right now, I would hate to be on the wrong side of them. If you're any system of government, it's time for you to start reassessing your decisions, because it could end very bad for you very soon. It is one of the most exciting times to be alive, without a doubt. We're currently getting massive wins, and most importantly, I don't think people have seen this yet, but Trump even had announced in 2023, it resurfaced, that the World Fairs, he's going to be bringing the World Fairs back, and that is going to be absolutely legendary. If you don't know what the World Fairs are, it's worth looking into. There were rumors of Tesla towers and free energy, but he claims America's 250th anniversary, he'll be bringing the World Fair back, which is monumental. That's 2025, next year. And President-elect Trump also will be experiencing a World Olympics and the World Tournament in soccer, plus GTA 6 for my gamers out there. So we have a couple of W's that's here, man. And shout out to the subscription team, man, to my narrative breakers, man. You guys been clicking the notification bell, getting up the average really pushing the videos, getting YouTube to recognize it. I am super thankful for all of you. And we're going to keep this going. I'm going to keep this content coming out, important content, and we'll stay consistent. Please like, comment, and subscribe for those that haven't. And got to beat my dead horse. Click the notification bell to stay updated. Thank you. See you on the next one.